All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground. This is Interactive Chat, Volume 88, our mostly weekly, sorry about that, Solo Man podcast where we talk about everything: news, reviews, announcements, trailers, Summer Games Fest, Quest games, PSVR, all the things, anything I can find that's related to PSVR2, because that is what I know and love best in the gaming world. What is up, everybody? So good to see each and every one of you. I have missed you. Yes, it's been a minute. Didn't get to do a show Monday on Gamescast because of reasons. And so I figured I have every week I have so much PSVR2 I can talk about. So I figured, let's do it. Not tons of news today, but there are some really important things popping up here and there. Yeah, man, just wanted to shoot the shit. Might even let you guys steer the conversation a little bit today, but I do have plenty of topics, as I came to realize as I was getting the show together, and I was like, oh shit, there's a lot more to put together than I expected. So it could be worse. But what is up, everybody? Before we get started, this is, of course, Interactive Chat, where I like to interact with you guys and say, what is up to Salvador? Let's go, homie. Woo! Blue Jew, the Underground Game Cat Elite Name Squad in the house. Jew, I'm glad you enjoyed the PAX panel video. If you guys haven't seen it yet, a couple weeks ago, we were at PAX East 2025, and we did a whole special video, 2.5 hours. Brian didn't edit it much, but he did put it all together, so it's really long. But you get it certainly is the full unedited experience. But no, it was cool. I watched some of it back. It was pretty fun to check out. So yeah, definitely go check out the PAX East full experience special from us, man. But wow, yeah, again, also want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Thank you out there watching right now or listening, and everybody in the chat, as I gave a little shout out, like Upi, Collectionor de Games, hello, says hello, my friend, Super Underground Hero, let's go. I love that. It makes me sound like Super Mario or something. Have a great night. Hugs from your eternal fan from Brazil. Hey, Oopie, victory always. I love the energy, Oopie. Let's go, my friend. Shout out to everybody out there in Brazil. I got tons of PSVR 2 Brazilian familia, so you better watch out. We'll score a bunch of soccer goals on you. Like nothing. But anyways, oh, you got your VR2 a month ago. It's brutal. I already bought 16 VR games. Wow. Man, 16 VR games. Off to a good start, Oopie. Hopefully you took our recommendations for some. We will guide you through this extremely large library. And I love how I have this Smash Drums picture. I kind of forgot it was there. I'm not gonna lie. Let me hide this now. But I do love Smash Drums. And by the way, all of those who challenged me, I am accepting your challenges, and some of your scores might now be beaten. Except for Latin the Game Hound. That dude is a freak of nature, and is really good. But yeah, man, also want to thank these lovely fine people that go to patreon.com/PSVR Underground. Support me on there. A couple new members. Thank you guys so much. I'd love to figure out. I was actually thinking about doing a couple write-ups for that. Also, I need to fix the font size here, because I noticed Blue Jew's name is like all garbled up. Let me reduce the size of this a little bit here. So I'm going to make you guys, oh wait, no, not this one. That's the wrong one. Screw it, we'll fix it. We'll fix it live. Why not? Oh, it's the chat box. Chat box? Chat box. This one. Let me fix this font size just a little bit. let's see if maybe that fixes Blue Jew's text size here. But yeah, man, we thank you guys, of course, here. Those that also go to vr-rock.com, use the promo code AJPSVR, get yourself a discount on some lenses from, okay, it's a little bit better, Jew. I see it there. You still got your butterfly in the way. A little bit better though. But yeah, man, use AJPSVR. Look, just get yourself some lenses. I don't care if you use my code or not. I only agreed to that promo code just to get you guys a discount. I get practically nothing from it. It is literally just to get you a discount. So whether you get it from VR Rock or Hans, Real Optician, whatever the other ones are, just get yourself some lenses. Protect the lenses, because that is the most easily damaged part of the headset and a really hard one to fix. So plus, if you have bad eyesight like me, it makes every game look amazing, or at least a lot better. So very, very cool. Thank you, Upi. You're awesome, my dude. Appreciate you. Going to play Get Out. Launches in 5 hours. That's right. That's the new game from the Darkness Roller Coaster devs, which I saw that Darkness Roller Coaster was on sale. It's not on sale anymore, I don't think, but it was on sale for 29 cents. And I was like, at 29 cents, I kind of want to revisit Darkness Roller Coaster. I remember it was like my 800 sub special stream, and it was called the most broken game I've ever played, because it was broken, like really, really bad. But I am a little bit curious, especially if it's a 30-cent game. I noticed a couple other games like System Critical 2 is like $2, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of hard to argue with. Like, did I like these games? No, not really, but yeah, for $2, mess around for an hour or two, whatever. Sure, could be worse. But anyways, but yeah, I think that does it for the housekeeping. Yeah, man. Thank you guys, of course, for being here, commenting. So many comments already. Definitely going to be interacting with you a lot today, because we haven't had a chance to catch up on some things. And yeah, I love you guys. Appreciate you, man. Alahembe D Cat Sneezy 2Y Underground Stranger Game Cat says hello to Salvador. Okay. I thought you were saying hello to me, but that's cool too. Sal's a good dude. Jay the Foveated Render Game Cat, 90 native frames per second in the house tonight. Imzadi, good morning. Down under. All right. So, like I said, we do have a lot of things, a lot more than I expected to talk about today, to be honest with you. Really, what I've been up to. What up, Dave Phillips? I've been up to a couple different things since I've been back from PAX. Obviously, like trying to get settled back in a little bit. There's been all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Bebito Ramos, good to see you, homie. Dude, I missed you at PAX, man. Missed you. I was like, where's Bebito? I thought I messaged you. I don't know if I did or not, but I did in my mind. JTB, hello. Got tons of PSVR2 talk for you, JTB, so you better be happy today. No, but ever since I got back from PAX, I was playing a couple. Obviously, we had the big three, we call them. I think Pirates ended up being kind of the weakest of the three. Still good, but the weakest one. But dude, I absolutely fell in love with Smash Drums and Iron Guard. I played the hell out of Iron Guard, and that's a long game. I know we've talked about Iron Guard a lot, so I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I did beat Iron Guard, and dude, like, I absolutely love the game. It was like 15, it was a really long game, 15-20 hours, something like that. It took me a long time to beat, and it was awesome, man. Those last couple levels were so fun and thrilling, and I was just like, fire the lasers, and lasers going everywhere. It was so much fun. So I highly recommend Iron Guard if you haven't had the chance to play it. It's not really about like the graphics or the technical, like, Marvel stuff to look over. It's just a really fun game. And I don't like tower defense games typically, and it was a really fun tower defense game. So even if you don't like tower defense games, I still think this is one worth checking out. It is. I love the RTS strategy elements to it. That made it really, really cool. Nihilist Ryan, my metal feline friend, thank you so much for getting that tip train going. Says, hope that Zero Caliber is easier to get into than Ghost of Tabor. My girlfriend refuses to play Ghost with me because it's too complex and janky. Yeah. No, that's one thing. I still have a lot more of Ghost of Tabor I need to play. That's one game I've been like dying to play. I actually need to find like a squad to play with. I'd really like to. That's one I want to go back to. But I did notice that, and this is something I kind of knew. I mean, they made this very clear. Ghost of Tabor is not a kind of casual game. It is like for the really hardcore shooter crowd. It's this extraction shooter, survival shooter stuff. It is definitely complex, and it is really hardcore, really tough. So yeah, while I do think it seems to be doing pretty well. It's got lots of ratings on the store, mostly high ratings. People do complain a little bit about like some of the jank, some of the issues with it. It's got like a lot of minor things with it seems, but overall, like the core game there is very addictive, and like it can really suck you in, and you can spend 45 minutes doing basically nothing and still have fun. You can play you can sink so many hours into it. But I have enjoyed it overall. But yes, I do agree. And we do have some interesting news regarding, interesting, I wouldn't say news, but a little interesting update regarding Zero Caliber that I'm excited to share that the devs shared recently. But yeah, played Iron Guard. Beat it, loved it. Actually, guys, hold on one second. There's something else that arrived that I need to show you. The reason. Let me go grab it real quick. Hold on. So, while we thought that we thought that this has been I think May overall has been like one of the better months for PSVR2. Like I've said 1,000 times, House of Da Vinci, great. Ghost of Tabor, really good. Midnight Walk, really good, but wait for a patch. Iron Guard, fantastic, must get it. Smash Drums, fantastic, must get it. Pirates VR, really good, or just good, solid. Unfortunately, Zombie Army got delayed, which was another big one. It sounded like there were some complications, and that got delayed. However, I did receive something from them that I thought was really cool, and I thought I'd show and tell a little bit. Now, those that watched my Ghost of Tabor and Midnight Walk reviews, first of all, thank you. Those videos seem to do pretty well. People seem to like them. There was something I was wearing. This is one of the weirdest situations, but there was something I was wearing in that video that was actually under embargo. Now, I've been embargoed for games. I've been embargoed for like announcements, news, updates, things like that. I have never been embargoed for like press kit, just like, content creator gift stuff before. So that was new to me, but I had missed it. And then I found out later, but this is what it was. Just to get a little Zombie Army hype, because, this is one of the more bigger upcoming games, and, we don't know if it's going to be good or not yet. But it is one of the more higher profile games, and I do have a little bit of faith that it is going to be good. At this point in time, we don't know if, a lot of the games we expect to be good end up being bad. A lot of the games we expect to be bad end up being good. This game did not have the best, like, early hands-on access preview. But since then, they have they have been showing signs that they've made a lot of like really important improvements to the game. And, I'm obviously going to be, cautiously optimistic, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. But on top of it, just to get some hype going, I figured I'd share this because what the heck, we're just having some fun today. Today is all about having fun with you guys. We got tons of new stuff to talk about. Yes, Twitcher, what is up, homie? And Scott, the PSVR game cat for life. I really hope. I think Zombie Army needs to be good. That's a high profile game. I'm really tired. Hitman is the last big high profile game that actually landed. A lot of the times the high profile ones have a lot of issues. But anyways, they sent me this crazy care package. I might need to turn off my my ring light or something, or move it for a quick second. Let's see here. I don't know how dark it's gonna get. Oh. Okay, but I don't like that reflection, so it's gonna be a little dark. But shout out, I've got two lovely people that I know over at Rebellion. Of course, Jimmy Bowers is there now. Our lovely Jimmy Bowers from End Dreams, which we do have some End Dreams news. Slight news that we need to talk about as well. But so happy that he landed back over there. And then, of course, we got another guy over there who's a longtime friend. I have known this guy. He's a game cat, and he's been there. I've known him since 2018 when Bravo Team. We met because of Bravo Team. He needed help with a platinum trophy. He's a platinum guru. So shout out Board Dog over there as well. That's my man over there. And congrats on your kid. He had a kid recently, man. Congratulations. But they sent me this thing, and this is what ended up getting my video taken down. Actually, I took my videos down. They didn't take it down. But let's see some of this stuff that they got here. Okay, now that the and I don't usually do like press kit reveals or whatever. JTB says he says, now that's a box. Oh, I thought you said that's just a box. This was the thing this has got to be the craziest thing that any developer has ever sent me. And that is an actual army helmet. It actually has the Zombie Army VR logo, but this thing, guys, like this thing's real. This thing weighs it's really, really heavy. And it looks really nice. I like that it's got blood all over it and zombie stuff all over it. But pretty cool. Not bad. Still the craziest thing any developer has ever sent me. No doubt though. Some other cool stuff in here though. Let's see. This is the kind of stuff you get if sometimes if you're like if you do like the content creator thing. This is like one of the few cool perks about it. Let's see. This stuff was embargoed, not anymore. It says Burn Death. This little poster here. On the back there is a note from the team as well, and it says Hell awaits. So that's pretty cool. There is a journal book thing. A diary, a Zombie Army diary or notepad. A t-shirt, which I will definitely be wearing at some point. Let's see here. So weird. A bullet? That's definitely a real bullet. Probably doesn't have any gunpowder in it, I'd imagine though. I don't think that the gunpowder would have gotten through customs, but this does. Oh, actually, this might not be a real bullet because it looks kind of welded together. I don't know. It might not be a real bullet, but it feels and looks like a real bullet. And then finally, a blood bag. This is so weird. Blood type undead Zombie Army VR serial number 666 safe to consume. I don't know if this is going to be like a health pack in the game. You get blood bags. Blood bag! Reminds me of like a Mad Max. But anyways, just thought I'd share with that because this thing gave me so much trouble about my videos. I mean, I never broke embargo or anything. But yeah, just figured I'd share. And yeah, man, even though Zombie Army got delayed, hey, something to look forward to in June. Please be good. Because if this game is good, it's gonna be awesome, I bet. I'm probably gonna be playing co-op with Brian. So I'm really, really excited. JTB says, that's awesome. I remember you wearing the helmet. Yes, I was wearing that helmet, and then I found out later that it was all embargoed, and so I took my videos down. But Game Cat Chicago says, it's definitely not a real bullet. That would be illegal. Very cool, though. Well, I thought like the bullet was maybe real, but it didn't have gunpowder in it or something. I don't know. Gunpowder. Yeah, I could see that being problematic for sure. It's like, why is this here? What's in the box, says Twitcher. Old Darth, hello. But yeah, they did, and again, I covered this before, but there were some updates to Zombie Army, like 90 native frames per second, eye-track foveated rendering. With this delay, man, maybe they'll get a little bit extra polish on it and make it even better. So yeah, not too much longer to wait. I think it's June 12th is when it's been pushed to. So it's only like 2 weeks away, about 2 weeks away-ish. So not that much longer to wait, which is nice, but really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, shout out to my homies over at Rebellion. Those people are awesome. I love Sniper Elite VR, and I hope this delivers something equal or better. Something equal or better to Sniper Elite VR. I think we will all be very happy. That was like a nice 8-hour campaign, really satisfying shooter. Lots of good stuffs. All right, so guys, there actually is the Days of Play sale is going on right now, and PSVR2, even on top of the price drop, now has an additional $50 off, which is really cool. Get a PSVR2 for $350. So I imagine those are going to be picking up in sales again, because that seems to be the sweet spot for everybody. Yes, as Twitcher says, no pre-orders. Yeah, never pre-order unless the keys, unless the game review embargo lifts before the game and you can see the review and everything. Always make informed purchases, but it's not that expensive of a game though, which is nice though. It's $30 and then like $26, I think, with the pre-order discount. So hopefully they lift the embargo before the pre-order ends, so we can tell you whether or not to get it. That would be very nice of them to do. But yeah, there's a couple games I've been keeping my eye on. Let's see here. Two of these, both these from our good friends over at Impact Reality and Flat to VR Studios. I don't even remember which one it is anymore, but Surviving Mars VR or Surviving Mars Pioneer. These are Flat to VR Studios, obviously, now that I see this thing. This is released in early access on Quest and PC. It's getting like decent reviews. People seem to like it. Matt Damon. So I'm looking forward to playing that. And then Out of Sight VR, this one has really been getting a lot of good buzz around it. A lot of people are comparing it to like Little Nightmares, like a VR Little Nightmares. I saw a Steam review that mentioned Republic by Camouflage as a comparison. I was like, whoa, okay. Anybody that mentions Republic and uses that to compare, like, you know your VR. Because that is the deepest of the deep cuts. For those who don't know, Republic is made by Camouflage, people that made Iron Man and Batman Arkham Shadow. They're now a Meta first-party studio. But it's like a third-person, control the person across the camera kind of stuff. But I really liked Republic. I have the physical collector's edition, and I'm really proud of that. But anyways, there is something that I have finally been playing that I've been wanting to play for a really, really long time. But before I talk about it, Alhembe D Cat Sneeze under 2Y Underground Game Cat Elite Dev Squad says, "Hey devs, free AJ's videos. P.S. Hi AJ. Hi Alhembe. No, they didn't take my videos down. I felt bad, so I took them down. Okay, I may need to reduce the text size a little bit more again, because I'm tired of, I'm trying to fix your names blocking your comments. I like to have the text big so that people like watching on their phone can see it, but you know, it doesn't help when you can't see the comments at all. But anyways, there is a game, like I said, that a lot of people have been talking about. Well, not a lot of people, but Brian had talked about it a bunch of times. I know my buddy Aceville had mentioned it, and that is Mutant Boxing League. And this like stealth dropped on the store. And so like nobody knew this game came out. That's why you shouldn't really, even if whether you're, I mean, unless your game sucks, then don't stealth drop it. Like, do some marketing, tell some people, somebody that it's coming out. But we see these sometimes. And Brian Aceville, a couple people had mentioned that this game was really good. So when it first came out, it also was really expensive. It got a price drop. But I finally played it. I finally played it for like a little while, actually. Spent some decent time with it. And so just wanted to quickly share my thoughts on Mutant Boxing League. This game, to me, honestly, is kind of a little bit of a Max Mustard situation. Like, the name isn't that great. The characters, like, you can see, like, I'm fighting like a goat person here. The character models, like, are not that great. But here's the thing. The environments are cool. The boxing gameplay mechanics are really, really good in this. They might actually be some of my favorite boxing mechanics that I've played in VR to date. It's kind of like a mix between Knockout League and Creed, where the fighters, they have these like tells that kind of like show you where they're going to be punching, but it all happens pretty fast. But it feels very fluid, and it feels like there's a good amount of dodging and block, and you do block. There's no endurance system like Creed. Thank God, because I didn't like that. But yeah, man, like mechanically, this is a really, really fun boxing game. Now, again, I think the biggest weakness, I kind of wanted to get that out of the way first. The biggest weakness of this game is the character models and the title of the game itself. The character models are just not interesting. Like, they're just these weird, it's called Mutant Boxing League, but these are just like animals, animal humanoid, goat humanoid, cat humanoid, weird ass characters that are just kind of generic looking. I wish they were a little bit more stylized. Like, Knockout League had these amazing looking characters. And then Creed, of course, is like realistic. But this game is a lot of fun. The boxing is really good. All the enemies have like certain styles to them, certain things, attributes that you have to like pay attention to. Like, this guy that I'm about to fight next, is called, like, I forget his name, like something drill man, big drill man, something. All of his punches like will hurt you like crazy. And every time they're red, you can't block those. So you have to dodge. You have to actually dodge those. This might've been the first time I was fighting this guy, I think, or no, maybe not. But yeah, you can hit to the body, you can hit to the head, you can do like hooks. All of it feels really, really good. But there is something else about this game that is really, really awesome. And that is what I'm going to show here a little bit of. The training mode. The big surprise to me here with this game is 100% the training mode in this game. There's these mini games. There's like 6 or 7 mini games, or 7 or 8 mini games. And dude, all of these are super fun. This one is the wall dodge thing. It's kind of like, it works kind of like O-shape. Honestly, I feel like this game is almost worth the price of admission alone just for the training mode. And there's also leaderboards, so you do get like a score, and it is kind of like endurance based. So if you fail enough or whatever, it actually has like a life bar, kind of like Beat Saber, where if you mess up or whatever, you lose some life until it ends. But dude, this training mode is super cool. There's this one, the wall kind of dodging thing. There's also, my favorite is this like ball mode where it basically shoots these balls at you from a cannon and you have to punch them. But then some of them will be red, and the red ones you have to dodge completely. You can't touch it with your hands, can't touch it with your body, and you have to dodge completely. And as you can see here, like as you go, it starts at the longer you last, the faster it starts going. I do think it's like, you know, stays normal at some point. But dude, this mode alone is almost worth the price of admission, especially if this game was recently on sale. I wish it would go on sale again. But yeah, next time it goes on sale, man, this is definitely worth checking out. I like that there's leaderboards, and my goodness, this game is absolutely a big workout. I was so sore, yesterday from playing this a lot. I mean, I was sore in all these crazy places, like the middle of my back and the muscles there. My thighs were really sore because there's a lot of ducking and diving and dodging. This is another mode, I think, called like Speed Glove or something, but you can see like how much I'm dodging and I'm having to punch too. So I'm not like really into fitness VR games, but I am sometimes I'm in the mood. And if you are looking for like a good workout or something, this is like one of the most fun ways to get a good workout. I actually recently got like a health monitor watch thing, and was kind of monitoring like my cardio in this. And in 15 minutes, I burned like 177 calories. I don't know if that's good or not. I think it is. 15 minutes is not that long, but I was winded. Like, I mean, I was really, really winded. But yeah, man. So overall, Bambino knows the dodgeball rules. Overall, everything I have to say about this game, my experience with it so far, it is good. The boxing mechanics are excellent, super fun. Great mix of dodging, great mix of like memorizing patterns and attacks, dodging attacks, blocking, countering. The environments are kind of cool. I don't know why I'm on a plane that looks like it looks like the plane from Final Fantasy VII or something. Like I'm on the deck of that. The levels look really weird, but they're cool. They look nice. And then the training mode, man. Training mode is so good in this. So biggest strengths are the boxing mechanics itself, and then the training mode. You can see how fast this is going, and like, dude, like this is very like this will take the breath out of you for sure. It is super fast, super physical, and really, really fun and addictive too. And and like I said, and there's leaderboards, so that's cool. Biggest weakness, definitely the character designs. They're all these like generic, like animal human hybrid weird things. They are called, I guess it is Mutant, and the name of the game, you know, Mutant Boxing League, not the most appealing. So little bit of a Max Mustard situation here, like really good game, but not, you know, really poor marketing, zero marketing, and, not the most marketable game, but yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. LSB, what is up, homie? Good to see you, dude. Dead Ringer, the Game Cat. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep that tip train going. Says, yo, AJ, it's been a long time since I made it to a live stream. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Tip train, choo choo. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the love and support. Right back at you, homie. Shout out to the Dead Ringer Juniors. Hope you all been well. Yeah, man, I'm really trying my best to pick up the live streams here. I think Saturday I'm probably going to be doing something early in the afternoon. It might be a little bit of a weird one. I might even do like a dreams stream, is what I'm kind of feeling like, or a PSVR1 mashup stream. But I do at the very least want to get the live streams going. I'm just settling back in. I've got a lot of personal stuff I'm trying to take care of, a lot of adulting, of course, as many of you know. that you have to do. Boo! I know, but I do want to try to get the live streams because I love interacting with you guys, talking with you guys, and also love you want to show off some games, want to play some games. So this is one though, Mutant Boxing League. I'm like, this would be a 30-minute stream because I'd be so out of breath. This would be a tough one, but maybe I'll condition with a lot of VR games. You play them a couple times, you do a little conditioning, you get a little conditioned to them, and the next time you go back, they're not so difficult. And you kind of learn how to play them a little bit lighter and easier, so you're not punching yourself out. Berber Cat, hello. But yeah, Mutant Boxing League. I give it a thumbs up, especially once it goes on sale. Pretty good. I think the character designs are probably the worst part about it, which they're not terrible. They're just not great either. They're not like that moth platformer game with the ugliest characters ever, or like Max Mustard, ugly ass characters. It's not that bad, but it is like, it's just not super appealing either. But anyways, loved what I played of this so far. Pretty good stuff. Which brings us to some more news. Dead Ringer says Dream Stream would be great. I'll be in the road, so maybe I'll be able to at least listen or watch when I'm back. Well, safe travels, my friend. Yeah, I've been really wanting to stream Dreams again because there's like so much stuff that's playable. Last time I played it, there was like Super Lucky's Tale. There was like somebody made Super Lucky's Tale and you could play it in VR, so it was kind of cool. Obviously there's a lot of those games where it's like, well, this wasn't designed for VR, but it's playable in VR. And so yeah, and it was surprisingly pretty good. Mischievous Markio, the Underground Game Cat, Legendary Elite, Legendary Tales Elite, says, I'm already sweating in VR. I don't know about boxing right now. Yeah, hope you have air conditioning, that's for sure. It's gonna be a hot summer. But yeah, no, Mutant Boxing League definitely makes me break a sweat. That and Smash Drums, especially if I really get into Smash Drums. But I've been trying to be more physically active lately. Like as some of you know, like I started going hiking every Sunday, do other workouts basically 3 times a week. Trying to get in better shape and stuff. And yeah, a lot of these VR games, like I said, sometimes the first time you play them, it's really hard. You end up really sore. Just give yourself some time to heal, and then you come back to it, and then it's easier the next time. So not too bad. LSB says, I've played a lot of SBK on Quest. It's one of the few good racing games on the platform. Yes, nice to hear. Can't wait to talk about that very, very soon. But we have a couple others to talk about first, because there are other games coming in hot. June's already starting to fill up with some stuff. A little bit more of some indie games coming. Of course, like you said earlier, Zombie Army VR is the kind of more high profile one. But I saw this trailer for there's two new indies that are dropping. It seems kind of soon. One of them is called Crave. I do not know a lot about this game. I tried to do some research beforehand, and I failed. But I can at least go to the store and read my ever so reliable bullet points. But this does seem like a Spelunky game. It says, step into the underground world of caves in the most realistic VR Spelunky game where the entire environment is your map just waiting to be discovered. There's environmental challenges, steep climbs, narrow tunnels, and water. There's clues that you can mark, clear your path of obstacles with a hammer, climb walls and ceilings using ice axes, maintain your gear to ensure its reliability. No cheap horror tricks, just a mysterious and immersive cave atmosphere. Well, actually, that's funny that they say no cheap horror tricks, because, and let me make sure this isn't embargoed. They've actually announced, look at this. It says on the store, no cheap horror tricks, but literally on the store, it says, we've added a horror mode. So there is a horror mode that they're currently testing. For those of us that were at PAX, we got to play a little game called Tunnels, and it looked actually, this graphically looks a lot better than Tunnels. This actually looks like a PC/PSVR2 game. Tunnels looked very questy. But they've added some kind of horror mode into this now, which is kind of what I thought it originally was. Staff and stuff. But yeah, a game about rock climbing and cave diving and spelunking. This actually could be pretty cool. I could be into, after playing Tunnels, I'm a little bit more interested in this. So, gonna reach out about this game to them pretty soon. I just got an email from them today, so I just haven't had time to even respond yet. But gonna reach out about this. Not sure when exactly this is coming out, but seems like it's primed for like a June or coming very, very soon release. So looking forward to that. Something that is 100% coming out in June. If you follow me on the Twitters, then you would have seen the announcement of Epyka. This is an adventure puzzle game that you basically arrive on a mysterious island with your dog. And of course, the doggy right there is going to get some points from me. Little goofy looking, but it doesn't matter. He's a dog. Dogs are goofy. And we got some interesting information on this game. So all we really know at this time is that it's just a VR adventure, a VR like puzzle adventure kind of game, which I do think we need more like single player adventure games like Pirates VR, maybe Epyka potentially. But there is some interesting features about this game. It has been enhanced for PSVR2, and some interesting things they're saying here. 120 native frames per second, eye-tracked foveated rendering, enhanced texture resolution, which they enhanced it by 2, HDR plus enhanced post-processing effects, advanced haptic feedback, and a platinum trophy. On top of this game is only launching, you guys, at $10.49. So obviously not expecting a very long game. But that's a pretty killer price for a short little, I'll take it for a short little puzzle adventure. Should this turn out to be pretty good, that's a pretty good bargain price for a little just fun. Reminds me of it's got this like old school puzzle adventure, single player story driven vibe to it, which is pretty cool. So, spoiler alert, I have been playing this, but I can't talk about it yet. I can't say anything about it, but it's definitely on my radar for one of the next upcoming releases. And looking forward to sharing more on it once the embargo lifts. But yeah, came out of nowhere. I had no idea about this game. And then when they did the announcement with all of the info drop on it, I was like, oh, this actually looks kind of cool. This seems like a potentially like really charming indie game. So old Dart says, is that Scooby-Doo? Bruh, Braggy, roll Darth. Scott says day one for me. Yeah, no, this is seeming pretty interesting. I miss I hope it's good, but I miss games that are just like this. Just like, hey, just here's our fully original, just designed to be fun. They mention it being like very family friendly. Like, it's I just feel like this is kind of a genre we don't get a bunch of. So, awesome to see that they're supporting all of these enhancement features. Pretty cool stuff. You can pet the dog, as you see in the trailer. You can definitely pet the dog. So that's an important one. That's really, really important. This is like good dog, bad dog, except good, potentially. Hopefully. Please don't let it be like that. But all right. So yeah, looking forward to that. Some people talking about, let's see here, before we move on to the two big topics of the day. Pietrek F says finished House of Da Vinci. Awesome. One of the best puzzle VR games. Awesome, man. Thank you guys. I think I saw Scott saying that he was really enjoying House of Da Vinci as well. Awesome, man. I'm so glad. Yeah, loving Da Vinci VR at the moment. Very good puzzle game. Dude, I really, really like Da Vinci. House of Da Vinci was awesome. Really need to support games like this too. I mean, hopefully you picked it up. I definitely want to see more of these. But yeah, loved House of Da Vinci. Highly recommend it for sure. Old Darth says, AJ, have you been playing any UEVR mods or Luke Ross here, Cyberpunk, Doom Eternal? I did. No, I haven't played any. The only PC VR I've played is just stuff coming to PSVR2 because I'm just too busy right now. Old Darth, once the releases slow down, because there usually is like a summertime drought. Once the summertime drought happens, then I'm going to go ham on some UEVR and some PC VR stuff. But kind of like what I was talking, I had this conversation kind of recently with Brian, and I'm like, the mods are amazing. The mods are really like they're giving us everything that we actually ask for and want. And it's a way to actually achieve that. But really expensive PCs, not exactly accessible to everybody. The time and stuff it takes tinkering, because VR on a PC is really difficult. PSVR, PS5 is just plug and play, super easy. You don't got to do any of that stuff except bug testing and feedback. It's so much easier. So not everybody's into that. Yeah, I just I love PSVR2 on PC. I think it's amazing, an amazing PC VR headset. That OLED is like such a game changer. It literally transforms everything compared to the Quest on PC. But there's just been so many releases to keep up with, and I'm trying to support this actual ecosystem of actual VR development studios whose livelihoods are in danger with everything going on in the industry right now. So yeah, I have access to a lot of these things. I have access to Borderlands 3 in VR using UEVR, but that's my goal, is to make these things official. Like, that is part of the fight that I'm fighting here, is, that even though I can go don't tell Randy, but I'm begging him on Twitter and stuff for PSVR 2, Borderlands 3 or 4, but in all honesty, I could just go to my computer and play it. It's besides the point. It's just trying to get it to more people, trying to get it more, build that ecosystem. We got an uphill battle here. So that's why I haven't been featuring tons of PC VR. Plus I've just been busy, but the summer drought's coming, and that is something you can definitely expect. Speaking of summer, the Summer Games Fest has been announced for June 16th. And, there's a bunch of partners. I think they said over 60 partners are going to be featured at Summer Games Fest. One of them, Mr. Shuhei Yoshida himself. This guy just never stops being amazing. End Dreams said, "We're so excited for summer. Can't wait to share what we've been cooking." And Shuhei gave a little face with a monocle, and is kind of hinting at something. I didn't actually look to see if End Dreams is going to be there. I think so, though. But over the summer, it sounds like we're going to be getting some announcement from End Dreams on a potential PSVR 2 game. We know they've had different studios. They've kind of been through a rough time a little bit here and there, but anyways, looking forward to that. Oh, and that also reminded me, I almost forgot to mention, Skydance has unveiled Behemoth Rites of Wrath. This is a new free DLC coming very, very soon. I mean, we are literally days away from this dropping, and it features 2 new modes, the Arena and the Behemoth Trials. I did see Wes and Brian talking about this, I think yesterday a little bit. Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I'm not crazy about an arena mode, really. I did try the beta for it for Behemoth, and I was like, meh. What I'm hoping here is I want some new behemoths. I would like a special boss rush mode, that would be cool because fighting the behemoths was the best part in the game. So in terms of like having to like something to replay the game, a rush mode would actually be pretty fun to revisit. But I want more platforming and climbing and more like obstacle courses to kind of go through, because the movement, the climbing was actually really like nice and fluid and felt really good. So I'm hoping for some like obstacle courses, platforming challenges, things like that. Mostly. Of course, I did, like I said, I did play the arena beta thing. It was actually kind of cool because unlike other arena fighters, you do have like the grappling hook and you've got like more tools at your disposal. It's a little bit faster paced, so it's kind of nice. But it's just typically, I'm not like typically like a wave arena fighter person for the most part. But yeah, so looking forward to that in just a few days, only less than a week away. I will definitely be checking that out at some point. Let's see here. Staff and stuff says, I don't think Shuhei actually dares to speak freely about PSVR2. That's why he declined Brian, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't really know. I know what you mean. There really seems like something about PSVR2 or PSVR that Shuhei seems very hesitant to speak about. I mean, he did that interview with Greg Miller and they asked him about PSVR2 and he was like moving on. I'm not sure what's happened with that, but there's something definitely not right. Now, that being said, he did also just go ahead and post a picture of himself at PlayStation with a PSVR 2 behind him. This was like literally just the other day. Let's see here. I can actually bring it up here. So he's not like completely, obviously he's not like completely against it or anything, but he's one of the guys that like helped make it happen. But yeah, it is a little strange how he is kind of like elusive about it. Like he doesn't feel comfortable talking about it or something. Like something's wrong. But look, he did post a picture. He's got Astrobot. He's got PSVR 2 in the background. I don't know if this is maybe one of his, imagine if this is Shu being Shu and he's actually trying to tell us something. I don't want to get our hopes up. Don't give us hope. Don't give us hope, Shu. You just right off into the sunset. But it is kind of interesting. There is a little room for speculation there that he's got Astrobot in the back and a PSVR 2, but let's not go there. I'm not that much of I don't drink the Kool-Aid that much. There's also Ape Escape and Toro in the back and a PS5. So I think he was just saying hello, but it is kind of fun to speculate sometimes. Like, yeah, I wonder if he's telling us something that would be really cool. Obviously Sony had to hear us being really upset about Astrobot not having PSVR 2 support. So that would be a big one, man. Like if Sony were to do anything first party with PSVR 2, Astrobot would be a pretty freaking good one to do. Absolutely. Along with some of the other first party titles they had on PSVR 1, bring it to PSVR 2. Absolutely. Haven't you by heard enough? Well, it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. So I'm basically invincible at this point when it comes to supporting PSVR 2. I mean, look, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I do love this kind of like resurgence that PSVR 2 is having. It's like clockwork, man. The same shit happened with PSVR 1 where, it doesn't get acknowledged by the hardcore VR enthusiasts. It gets like totally left out of conversation for so many different reasons because there's a lot of people that use VR for different reasons. We're just like we're like the biggest gaming audience besides the PC modding crowd, of course. I think those two are the two biggest actual gamers of real games, deep console quality games. Quest has some too, of course. But obviously that's mostly known for like a free to play. That's what's doing best over there. And a lot of social apps, little social games, things like that. When it comes to like game ass games, PlayStation, PC. That's where they're at. All right, guys. But anyways, we got two more big topics to talk about. The first one is, so on the last interactive chat we did 2 weeks ago, we talked about how where there's a will, there's a way. Shout out to everybody who's going out there and making their voices heard, showing that there is demand. I mean, I'm so proud of you guys. The PSVR2 crowd has basically hijacked Twitter. like I don't see any Quest users on there anymore. I don't see you guys, and we need that. We need that because we're at a big disadvantage. Sony doesn't have just $1 billion just to throw at PSVR like Meta can. They've got way more money and resources, and so Sony has to go about it more of an organic growth kind of approach. But what was I going to say? But yeah, shout out to you guys who are all, making developers know that we want PSVR2 versions of games, and we want games to come to PSVR2. We want VR modes, things like that. Flat to VR, VR ports, whatever it is. We want it. We play it here. There's a smaller user base with us, but there is a way more engaged player base than a lot of other things. You can actually, and some sales have even been better on PSVR than they have been on Quest, which has 10 times more people on it. So that's important for developers, studios, game developers, things like that. But anyways, the reason I was bringing this up, and I'm AJing the F out of this, of course, is Xreal Games recently posted about Zero Caliber, and they had said, they said, would you like us to, is there anybody out there on PSVR 2 that would want to play this? And they got bombarded. I mean, it was over 600 likes within a few days or something. Within a week later, they were like, okay, we've seen enough. We're bringing not only Zero Caliber 2, but also Zero Caliber 1 to PSVR. So that's really exciting because this game is one that we really wanted on PSVR 1. We never got because of seemed like hardware limitations, issues happened with the port that never came to fruition, development issues that they ran into. So basically everything you can think of. Now they've got the hardware that they need. They've got an audience. Dude, I mean, I cannot think of a more perfect audience. There's not a lot of first-person shooter competition on PSVR 2, and there are a lot of first-person shooter fans that are console gamers. I mean, you talk to anybody that plays PlayStation. What do they play? They play Call of Duty, they play Battlefield, they play whatever first-person shooter here, Fortnite. First-person shooters are an important genre to have to build to really be the heart of a lot of gaming ecosystems. Look at Ghost of Tabor. How many people are playing Ghost of Tabor right now? That game, even with some minor issues, people are flocking to it like crazy. So, just a really popular genre. The Xreal devs have actually given us a little bit of an update, some more infos. And they said, we had to dial back ragdoll physics in Zero Caliber 2 on Quest for obvious performance reasons. But on PCVR and PSVR 2, they're so back with an insane amount of other game-changing improvements. Repost and follow so you don't miss the good stuff. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and repost this. Make sure you give them a follow. And they do have some footage here of the ragdoll effect of the game. So, I'd be shocked if these guys didn't get the memo as to what we like on PSVR 2. We like enhancements. We don't like our games to look like Quest games. That's why, Quest is about the convenience. It's not about the graphical fidelity or the performance, things like that, the technical things. You get a Quest because it's wireless and it's easy to use. But as real hardcore gamers, we are accustomed to a little better graphics, better, features that are meant for gaming, like the PlayStation VR2 has. Things like eye-track foveated rendering, enhanced textures, enhanced lighting, ragdoll physics, which they're bringing back. So that's pretty cool to see. But they mentioned a bunch of other game-changing improvements. Now, Some of that is just we're gonna have to just leave up to speculation until they actually confirm what those are. But please, devs, if you're listening, 90 native frames per second, eye track foveated rendering, make it sharp, make it look good. Lighting, give us some, give us some good lighting, some good special effects, post processing, haptics, adaptive triggers. Dude, you have to have adaptive triggers for a shooter like this. It is like one of the biggest game changing features indeed that you can possibly do, is make all the guns feel really different with the triggers. So I would just say to these devs, man, cook, get your time to cook, make it nice and tasty, cook us a really nice zero caliber 1 and 2 meal, and take your time. But don't take too long, but take your time, what you need to do. And hopefully we get like a nice enhanced version of this game. Obviously the footage I'm showing right now is Quest footage. Yeah, make it look better than a Quest. And that sounds like what they're doing here. So really excited to see more on this. I am, like Niles Ryan, my metal feline friend, I am also hoping that this game, has, is like a little bit, caters a little bit more to like a casual gamer. Not necessarily like a casual gamer, because none of us are really casual gamers, but just not as hardcore and complex as Ghost of Tabor. Like, we just need a solid shooter with, like, this has the campaign mode, this has the PvP stuff in it. I think it has a lot of good features. I talked about it in the last episode. You can check out the last one, but we need some zero caliber chowder, as Sal says. We need some zero caliber chowder. Dead Ringer, the Game Cat says zero caliber 1 and 2. So hyped, so psyched. Yeah, me too. I'm very, very excited about this one. But yeah, I hope this is a nice balance of just like we don't have just like some just normal. I mean, I guess we do. I don't know. It doesn't feel like we have like the definitive shooter yet. I mean, Pavlov is the closest thing that we have to a definitive first person shooter. Maybe Crossfire, Sierra Squad. We've got the big three now. All these big threes talking about all the time: Ghost of Tabor, Pavlov, and Crossfire, Sierra Squad. All three pretty good. But yeah, we need some that can, like, people that are new to VR can pick up and play and have some fun with. Maybe this will be that one. Because I don't know, the other ones are like, yeah, they're a little bit different. It's nice that we're getting this variety of this type of shooter, though. At least they're not all the same. Distracted says Pavlov is underrated on PSVR2. Pavlov is not underrated. Pavlov is like top 15, top 10 game still. And okay, Breachers definitely underrated. I mean, I don't know about underrated, but I'm not the biggest fan of Breachers. I like the game style of it. I just think it's a really poor port. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like with Zero Caliber, enhance the game for PC. When you bring it to PC and you bring it to PSVR2, you cannot get away with it looking like a Quest game. Not a first person shooter, not a high profile first person shooter like this. You can't get away with that. Breachers is very much just like a Quest game on PSVR2, and it's not great. I know some people like it. I'm not a fan of it, and I'm not a fan of it or the player base or anything really about it. I like the concept of Breachers. Just actually playing it is not that great to me. But I do love Pavlov. I do love Crossfire Sierra Squad, especially on realistic and manual reloading mode. That's really cool. And I so hope that Zero Caliber joins the ranks of these. It looks fantastic. One is supposed to be, one was really great at the time. A lot of people liked it. Two is supposed to take a lot of the things that one had and do it better. And it also has like a action-packed campaign. So very, very cool stuff here. Very promising. And Alice Ryan says, I thought Ghost of Tabor looked questy until I saw the Quest version. We are spoiled. Yeah, Ghost of Tabor looks okay. Some of it looks okay in places. Some of it definitely does look questy in places. But some of it can actually look pretty good. Let's see here. Breachers with firewall visuals. Yeah. I don't even talk about firewall anymore because that game's dead. Firewall 1, you have a better chance of getting a lobby in Firewall 0 hour than you do Firewall Ultra. True story. The weapon. Oh yeah, Bearded Power 666. What up, homie? Says the weapons in Crossfire are so satisfying. Hell yes, they are. The guns and the manual reloading and the shooting range, everything in Crossfire Sierra Squad, so good. I love that game. The game sold a lot too. Sold a lot of copies. I don't know if it sold enough to make their money back because they're a really big studio and they spent a lot of money on that game. But it at least was really, really good. So happy about that. Scott, okay, so we do have one more topic to get to. And it's the big one. It is the headline of the evening. But first, Scott says, does anyone know when the patch is coming for Midnight Walk? No. They haven't officially announced anything. I think they said that all that they've said is that they're working on it. I don't imagine it's going to take super long, but I do think it's going to take a little bit of time. I didn't think it was going to be like a next week thing because I'm like, if it was just going to take them a week, this would have been there at launch. No, they're probably having to figure out all this stuff, get it through certification, probably going. I hope that they deliver on the update though, because let me tell you, once they update Midnight Walk, this game is going to be absolutely incredible on PSVR2, on PS5. Obviously, I did play it with PSVR2, but I played it on PC. And like I said before, one of my favorite games of all time, instantly. Such just a wonderful experience, wonderful art style, and I love this game. But it looks good. It looks okay right now. I think I said it looks acceptable at this time. But just wait, man. Just wait and just wait to play it and really see how good it actually is going to be. Because it's probably gonna be awesome. But yeah, can't wait for that. Probably a couple, maybe a couple more weeks at the earliest. At the most, maybe a month or two, something. I don't know. But yeah, Midnight Walk, absolutely fantastic game. Loved it. But that has brought us to our final topic of this lovely fine evening. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who is here hanging out, talking, shooting the shit, steering the conversations left and right. And thank you to everyone who's donated. Thank you to the Patrons. Thank you, everyone watching later. I appreciate you. The final topic, of course, tonight, you guys, is VRider SBK, which I just want to call it VRider LSB. This is, of course, the officially licensed super bike racing game that is apparently coming soon to PSVR2. The devs have been kind of teasing. This game has been announced for PSVR2, but the devs seems like they've been teasing this soon. They've been throwing that around a lot. It's actually, I think it was originally on App Lab on the MetaQuest. I don't know if it's on the official Meta store. I think it is. I think it got to the official store. Now it's headed to PSVR2 and Steam. And it seems like it's coming very soon. Now, about this game. So first of all, like I said, this is a super bike game. And it seems like whether you're into super bike racing or not, there's some good times to take away from this. A lot of the feedback from this game has been very positive on the Quest side of things. It is gesture-based controls where there's like a couple different options. I don't know all the options because obviously I haven't played it yet. But it does seem like there's options where you can actually like, turn the handles to like accelerate, and there's probably like buttons for brakes. I think there's some leaning involved where you can actually lean with the bike. What made me actually the most excited about this game was that many of you know that I recently played VRacer Hoverbike, which is not to be confused with VRider SBK. But after playing that, it actually opened my eyes a little bit because I was like, okay, like this seems cool, but I don't know if it's for me. Well, after playing V Racer Hoverbike, I was like, yo, like this this leaning mechanic, this sense of speed on these bikes is super fun and engaging and immersive, and it's really fun. And so after playing that, that got me really, really excited to check this out. Ooh, dang! I wish I would have known that before the show. Johnny C says there's an SBK trial on Quest if you want to try it out. I think I will, my friend. Thank you for letting me know. I was wondering. I looked to see if there was a Steam demo. I didn't see if there was a Quest demo. I should have looked there too. LSB gonna help me out here because he's played this game a lot. Says the controls take some getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be cutting corners in no time. Yeah, I've heard that a little bit about this game. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve, obviously. You know, because it's riding. Not everybody knows how to ride a motorcycle, especially not a super bike. So there is a little bit of a learning curve, but it seems like most people get the hang of it, and they say within a couple races, like you're good to go. You already get the hang. You already get it down. So, oh my gosh, you're crazy. LSB says he plays it standing up. Oh man, really, really adrenaline junkie over here. But yeah, so this game, they did say that this game has like some new features that are being added for the Steam and PSVR2 version as well. I think it was originally 8 racer multiplayer. Now the multiplayer mode is going to have, I think, 22 racers in it, up to 22. That is a lot. There is like a store page as well that has a little bit of info we can run through real quick here. Let's see. Oh, I've got this here. Let me get rid of this video real quick. These are the different game modes it has. Okay, so this is just from the official website. Obviously, we already discussed what the main thing is. It's just a superbike racing game, but it does have 14 real life tracks that are in the game. It's also, like we said before, officially licensed. So it has actual bikes from Ducati, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda, and BMW. There's 22, 23 like different actual racers that you can play as. I don't know if they're going to have different stats or whatnot, but they at least have different. Oh, I guess they represent each different bike company and bike model. These are a look at some of the different circuits they have all around the world. I see everything from like Mexico to Barcelona, to lots of different places, but these are all actual tracks. Italy, these are all actual tracks here. So should be a nice variety of visual environments with all these different locations, 13 different tracks. Yeah, huge positive ratings, which is a good sign. Okay, 14 licensed circuits from the SBK World Championship, 23 official riders, multi-step tutorial, experience, let's see, gesture control system. You have racing against AI. There is, for those that do get motion sickness, which is basically none of us, but there is a lot of people out there. They have motion wellness technology that they're calling it, probably like blinders and things to make you, if you're sensitive to motion sickness. Now the game modes, there's lots of different game modes. It looks like quick race, hot lap. Let's see, take your time to practice a race against the clock. Multiplayer, there's 2 different multiplayer modes. It says the Ghosts, and then there's that's the asynchronous multiplayer is the Ghost Challenge, and then there's actual PvP, which would probably be the more fun one, I would think. It does say cross-platform PvP between Meta, Pico, and Steam, so it might not be cross-platform with PlayStation just yet. Obviously, that's something that developers usually get in later because there's a lot of hoops and red tape you got to go through. Endurance mode is the challenge Let's see here. In endurance mode, the challenge is making sure you are consistently fast and that the cumulative time over 5 laps is as low as possible. Tournament, this is probably what I'm mostly into, will be into, which is 12 circuits from the 2023 WSBK season, plus 2 new tracks from the 2024 championship, Cremona and Estoril. All from the comfort of your home. There is a single player 12 circuit championship mode. It looks like that's usually my jam. Although I will be interested in PvP with this, because racing in PvP is actually pretty fun. Ghost challenge we already covered. Free practice, an interesting spectator mode, which you can, I guess, just watch. This is something I might actually check out as well if I don't feel like playing, but I want to see what's going on. This will be interesting. A spectator mode where you can actually do it, and then multiplayer casual race. Race with any player worldwide in our new casual race mode. Enjoy a relaxed ping filter and no collisions. It's all about the fun. Very cool, and more. 5 official Superbike models. So. Yeah, man, from all of the feedback, everything I've heard about this game, this is looking very, very promising. A lot of the people that play this say that it's really fun, that it's really good. And this seems like it is coming out really, really soon. So one that you can definitely get excited about. Like I said, after playing VRider Hoverbike, that actually got me more excited to play this. Although VRider Hoverbike is kind of more my speed, sci-fi, Wipeout, Jet Moto, older gamer dude stuff. But this has like an authenticity to it, which is really nice. With the being officially licensed, this obviously they put a lot of time and money and effort into this, getting like BMW and Kawasaki and Yamaha, things like that. So pretty interesting. The one thing I think a lot of people say too is this game has a really great sense of speed. So this is one that I look forward to getting the fan blowing on me and playing. But man, LSB says tourney mode is my favorite. Excellent. So that's the mode that I'm mostly interested in. So that's really, really good to hear. But he does say, I love this extra info. Thank you, LSB, for being here and giving me, as somebody who's like mastered this game, the VRider master. The single player is a little lacking since it only has a tournament mode, but it is fun and customizable. Okay, very good to know. It has real bikes, real riders, real tracks. You were looking for a decent racing game. Yeah, I saw a lot of people were excited about this because there's not a lot of racing games on Quest. So, Markio, that is a good question. I've heard some people compare this game to like Moto GP in VR. I have heard that comparison thrown around. And like I said, also from real life bikers, experienced bikers that really seem to enjoy this game. So it's got like that official stamp of approval from like the, sometimes we get the, I do this in real life, so I'm interested to try this in VR. And then they say, this sucks in the VR. It's better in real life, or vice versa. But no, this has gotten the thumbs up all around from everybody. So I'm just, at the end of the day, I hope this takes advantage of the features. It supposedly looks really good on Quest. So I hope it gets some enhancements for PC and PSVR2 as well. Again, 90 native frames per second, enhanced texture resolution, lighting, shadows, haptics, adaptive triggers, headset rumble, all the things. Yamasaki, what up? Kino, dude, toss me a ninja slice, and next time I'll use mustard. Good to see you, Kino. What up, VR Demon? Good to see you, homie. Bearded Power says Download Festival is so much fun. Are you at Download Festival right now? Is that going on right now? Because holy crap, I'd be very jealous. All right, guys. But yeah, this seems like it's coming very soon. I'm really, really excited. And looking forward to checking it out ASAP. And hopefully it gets here sooner than later. This summer might not be as bad as last summer. Last summer was a huge drought. I think all we got kind of in the middle of it was we got a Gran Turismo update and a No Man's Sky update, which I'm probably expecting to happen again this summer. But it's like every year. Why is that the only thing that happens over the summer? I think we did get Arcade Paradise VR as well, but that was over the course of like 6 months, and that was dreadful. Having my PC is the only thing that kept me from going insane. So I'm hoping that this summer is not the same. I know a lot, like some people can't even play in the summertime, especially our friends across the pond that don't have central heat and air. Because why? You need air conditioning, guys. But no, but yeah, summertime VR developers kind of don't like to release stuff, but I'm hoping we get this. You know, we got Zombie Army. It might not be as bad as last year. Might be already looking better, so that's a good sign. So I am looking forward to it. But yeah, man, that is it for Interactive Chat Volume 88. Thank you so much, guys, for your patience and just awesome support as always. I really do want to get some stuff. Once I play, I want to get a couple more like reviews on the Patreon or stuff. Or I'm really trying to decide, like, trying to think about like how I want to go about content, because I don't want to do the same thing that everyone else is doing. I have this weird thing in my brain that I try to do something different. I like doing something different. So I want to do some live streams. I do want to do some videos. You guys really seem to like the Midnight Walk and Ghost of Tabor reviews did really well. I'd love to do some more like that. But yeah, man, again, keep an eye out this Saturday. I am hoping to, I know I say this often and I don't always come through with it, and I'm sorry. I just get busy or something pops up, or, you know, I need mental health breaks sometimes. Just drained, but, I would love to do a stream Saturday, maybe have some fun with some dreams or something, or just a PSVR2 game as well. Maybe I'll run a poll somewhere and see what you guys would like to see the most. Would it be a Saturday Night live stream? Would it be a dream stream? You know, just a specialized game, something. No more Dread Halls. No, I'm retired from Dread Halls. Old Dart says the big drawback for motorcycle games is the lack of proper controller. VR controls are the best approach yet. Yeah, that's a good point. There is no steering wheel for motorcycle games. The leaning mechanics, yeah, that feels so good in VR. Especially you get right close to that asphalt. Very good stuff. Let's see here. GC VR Demon says GC got VR games coming out of his ears now. Happy free bud. Oh yeah, man, for sure. Too many games to cover and to play is, you know, but once I retire, then I'm just going to do nothing but play VR for the rest of my retirement. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to try to travel the world and then I'll play some VR. No, it is a good problem to have. But like I said, I am looking forward to, I actually kind of want a little bit of a drought this summer. Just so I have some time to delve into UEVR and stuff. There's been some stuff. I want to play games like this Claire Expedition 33. That's Unreal Engine. The Doom Eternal Luke Ross mod stuff. I need to finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, my favorite game of all time. So yeah, it's just, I'm just also trying to keep up with all the PSVR2 releases here, because there's actually lots of really good stuff that's been dropping. Like I said, Da Vinci, Midnight Walk, Ghost of Tabor, Smash Drums. I think my biggest winners of May. Ooh, man. That's tough because there were a lot of good games. Man, Iron Guard, absolutely the biggest surprise. How much, and I really, really love that game. I was so addicted to it and beat it. Smash Drums, definitely a favorite of mine. I think Smash Drums is the best rhythm game I've played since Beat Saber, probably. And then, yeah, I love Da Vinci as well. These three, Smash Drums, House of Da Vinci, and Iron Guard, these are like actual really good gems that came out. Ghost of Tabor could be as well. I need to play more of it though. Pirates was good. like I said, Pirates wasn't like amazing or anything, but it was okay. Like at the very least, I think you should pick up Pirates on sale. But it was nice. Dratz Ebb says Expedition 33 is the best RPG released in decades. Yeah. I would love to see that. Matt Marjanovic, what is up? Long time no see, homie. So good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Probably wrapping it up here in a moment, but better late than never, man. It's never too late to say hi. What up, Steve IRE? Good to see you as well. Scott says Brighton Summers sucks, so I'll be fine, AJ. Okay. Yes, my voice is starting to go just a little bit. That's usually the sign. Old Darth, yeah, I do want to check out. I have a bunch of these Oculus Store games. I have stuff like there's that like Blood and Truth style game that was there. I've got Lone Echo 1 and 2. I've got Stormland. I haven't really played any of these yet, so I need to. I played a little bit of Lone Echo 1, but just the beginning part, not much of it. Bambino Ramos gives Ghost of Tabor the stamp of approval, says fucking amazing and worth the year wait. Hell yeah. Love to hear that. Yeah, I assumed so. It's just it's not an everybody shooter, you know. It's not like a Call of Duty style shooter, right? Where like anybody can pick up and play. It is definitely for like the hardcore first person shooter base. Scott says Arcane Age is your favorite of the year so far, and Resist is my childhood at the moment. Very nice. Yeah, I love RPGs, so I would love to check out Claire Obscure. And I've got, like I said, so many other things to check out. There is like a bevy of games on the PC side, but yeah, I just need the next drought. When the next drought hits, I got this cool like NES emulator thing too that like lets you play NES games in 3D VR. Like I was playing Mega Man 2 in 3D VR, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, and like, yeah, I just haven't had time to like do any of that stuff. So show off any of that stuff, but I will at some point. Sal, you thought I'd miss you. I wouldn't miss you for the world, Sal. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Choo choo, he says, keeping that tip train going. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and support. Right back at you, homie. I hope you are doing well. You and the missus are doing well. Mod Left 4 Dead 2 GC, dope AF. Oh, I actually loved Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 2 specifically. All right, guys. Well, that is it for now. Yeah, as Staffan pointed out, my voice is starting to go, so probably a good time to wrap it up. But thank you so much. I'll hopefully be seeing you again very, very soon. Maybe I'll do a tomorrow stream. I don't really know. I'm not good at planning this stuff anymore because life has become so busy. But I do my best, and I do stream when I can. But I want some more games on the channel. If there's one thing I'm like, you know. Live streams, like I just want to show some more gameplay, have some more fun playing games. So whether it be a Saturday night live stream or just a live stream of a game, we're gonna make something happen very, very soon. So let's do it, man. But you all have a wonderful night. I will see you again very soon. Let's get out of here with some metal, of course, and we're gonna cue the cat. Matt Marjanovic, so good to see you, man. Don't be a stranger. I'll catch up with you next time, very, very soon. Scott, the PSVR Game Cat for life. Thank you, my friend. Markio, the legendary Platinum Underground Game Cat. I love the name change, and it is, in fact, very fitting. Staffing stuff, thank you so much, my friend. Bambino Ramos, good to see you, man. Still, I missed you in Boston, homie. What happened? Where were you? I just kept calling your name, and nobody answered. Shout out to you and your brother, Bambino. Pietrek F. Thank you so much, my friend Salvador. There he is. I knew you were still there. Guys, fist bump to you. LSB, thank you so much for the extra feedback and assistance. LSB with the assist on VRider SBK additional information. Thank you, homie. Chrome to the Dome Colossus. Dreams, cat, dreams. He says, kill artist, the dream weaver. Game cat. Latin says, AJ. One time seems so much more slower when compared to the AJ 1.75 that I've been listening to. Yep.
I need to learn to talk faster. Talk faster. VR Demon, good to see you, homie. Thanks so much, man. Jay, the foveated rendered game cat coming in at 90 native. Awesome, man. Y'all have a wonderful night. Stay awesome.